I was thinking about something the other day, and it occurred to me that we don't actually know what our hub city is going to be for Stormblood. Everyone just assumes, oh, it's the Alamigo expansion, we'll be in Alamigo. But no, we won't. If you look at the fact that during FanFest, it was stated that the Alamigan Resistance camp, that was going to be our hamlet, which was like Idleshire and Mordona. Then why would that be our little hamlet, Why would that be where we operate out of towards the end, if we've already got Alamigo as a city back? That doesn't make any sense, because, we've always got those hamlets at the end when we're near level cap. Because Idleshire was in Dravanian Hinterlands, I believe it was. And, Mordona is in Mordona. And, well, Revenant's Toll's in Mordona, but, So, I'm just thinking, what are we going to get instead? Because we can't get Alamigo as it, because otherwise it makes no sense for the Resistance camp to be it. So I'm just trying to think to myself, what could be nearby? It's not something I'm entirely sure on. I'm mainly raising this as a point to get people's attention to it. Maybe someone with some more knowledge can come up with it. The only thing I can think of so far that I've got much of a really support on was an idea that my friend came up with, that perhaps Alice and Alphino convince Charlian to stop being neutral and join the Eorzean Alliance and help them take back Alamigo. If that happened, we could get Charlian as our capital city for the expansion, but I don't think that's going to be what happens. Anyway, who knows, maybe you guys have got an idea, or maybe we'll just have to find out later and we're all gonna be wrong. Alright, so originally I'd only had that first part planned, but then the live letter came out and I gave that a watch and I picked up on a couple of interesting things. I'm not going to go over all of the details of it because someone else is probably going to do that, and that's not what I'm here for. What I am here for is when they mentioned the new dungeons. They mentioned Baelsar's Wall. Now, as we all know, Baelsar is a Garlean name. Pretty sure it's one of... that was Gaius van Baelsar, I believe was his last name, who we fought back in Castrum Meridianum, I believe it's pronounced. So we've got that wall there. But back at Fan Festival, we were told that the wall was how we were going to get there. We had to get through that wall. So here we are. We're breaking that wall either in its defenses or just in general in 3.5. But that's only coming out in mid-January. And part 2 is meant to be coming out in roughly March. So does that mean that, what could this mean for the story? Is part 2 or 3.55 not going to have any story missions and just be a really short patch that'll, just get everything set up for 4.0 to come out April, May? Or since it's like a 2-month wait kind of thing, I'm guessing it'd maybe be May at the earliest, June most likely when we get Stormblood. But are we going to get some actual story in 3.5? And if so, what are we going to get? We've gotten past the wall. What is stopping us? Is 3.55 story going to be us rallying the resistance and charging through to establish whatever foothold leads to the hamlet? But then again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, why would we, it goes against everything we've got from past experience for us to access that hamlet early on in the story. So what could this possibly mean? I'm not entirely sure. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And yeah, I just wanted to point this stuff out. I don't do much speculation on what it means, I just point out what I see.